ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 ॐ ऋतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Hari Om. A very warm welcome to the 4th series of talks on Vishnu Sahasranama. We will chant the initial shlokas. Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannabadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye. यस्य द्विरदवक्त्राद्याः पारिषद्याः परश्शतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय क्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। In the last 3 series, we have seen elaborately the meanings of the Dhyana Shloka. Now we have to enter into the Sahasranama. Few more thoughts before we actually enter. The reason is, when we are entering to learn the meaning of Sahasranama, we must have the right attitude in learning. 1. 2. There are certain important factors which we have to understand so that our ability to learn more, our ability to receive the knowledge, our ability to keep our mind open to learning will definitely have its impact. The first one, which any and every human being want to know, is what is the purpose of learning Sri Vishnu Sahasranama, which we have already mentioned in our initial classes. But for those, just one important factor. The purpose of chanting is to develop deeper devotion towards Bhagavan. The chanting of stotram is mainly to increase our devotion towards Bhagavan, to deepen our devotion. The second, by chanting, one definitely gains the grace and blessings of Bhagavan. Here many of us will have a question. Swamiji, what is a guarantee? How do I know that Bhagavan has graced me? I always think Bhagavan has graced my neighbor because he is flourishing. I think he has forgotten me. So how do I understand? The way he blesses is our agitations will reduce and the inner peace will prevail. And this is the major purpose of all our sadhanas. Dhyana, japa, kirtana, everything. Parayana, bhajana, puja, all are to arrest the mind's wandering and retain our mind with ourselves so that we will be able to channelize those energies into productive field of activity. 1. 2. It also gives us that quietude. 2 stages. First stage is our quietude is experienced by absence of sorrow in the first stage. And then we become happier with that experience of peace. And then we will seek that peace itself, and the focus will no more be on the sorrows, agitations, disturbances, frustrations of our life, but the mind is transported to a higher level. The mind gets absorbed into the thoughts of Bhagavan, and that will automatically reduce disturbances. And when the disturbances are no more there, one experiences the peace within. Therefore, what is the result now? Sarva dukkhatigo bhavet. We saw in the Dhyana Shloka. This is the purpose of chanting Sahasranama. In the chanting of Sahasranama, there are these 3 aspects. What are they? One is Vangmaya Sadhana through Parayanam. The faculty of speech is activated. And Vangmaya sadhana is very, very important at the initial stage. Because the mind is already astray, mind has already gone everywhere. To withdraw the mind, there is a requirement for a stronger activity. And for that, Vangmaya sadhana is a very, very powerful, time-tested method. Therefore, Parayana is extremely useful. And all the more when there is Samashti Parayana, this we have seen, we have also discussed earlier. When the Parayana is together, then the vibrations are very high, and it also supports the mind in staying tuned with the Parayana. So first one is Vangmaya sadhana through Parayanam. Second one is the Manomaya sadhana through Upasana. Do you say Parayana is not Upasana? Not that way. Parayana is also Upasana, but Parayana is more at the physical, verbal level. Upasana is through puja, japa, etc., where we perform an archana. Om Vishwasmai Namaha, Om Vashatkaraya Namaha, Om Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhave Namaha. Like that when we do archana. Or we can also perform a Shodashopachara puja of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu. Or it can also be in some places where they do Vishnu Homa is also done, where lot of people gather together, or at the family level in a small way. Homa, Havana, etc. are also done. All those are at the Upasana level, Manomaya sadhana. And then comes Dhyanam, which is Vijnanamaya sadhana. Buddhi is involved here, where I analyze whatever I chant, I understand one, intellectually, two, etymologically, and three, spiritually. And I apply myself completely to it. Having understood when I apply, the intensity of application of my mind will become much stronger and much deeper. When we talk of these three things, many people say, Swamiji, without understanding, what is the point in chanting? Those are all escapisms. Straight answer. You may think, no, it is not escapism, Swamiji. I want to know. The best way to understand is first learn the chanting. Shastras have always been indicating. And in fact, in the earlier Gurukula system, the first thing is chanting. And then only classes on the what we have been chanting. This is very important. So, Parayanam is a must. Knowing to chant is a must, even much prior to learning what it is. This is the system of learning. Alright. So, Dhyanam is possible only when I understand, only when I actually know. What should I know? The words properly. Therefore, Parayanam helps us in learning the words properly. Upasana helps us to connect to the deity, whoever is our Ishtadevata. And Dhyanam finally establishes that devotion. The devotion is deepened when I understand the supremacy of the Lord. Next, there are two forms of chanting. One is Namasmarana and second one is Mantra Japa. These two are different from each other. How? We will say. The deity may be the same. Here we take Vishnu as our deity. Deity may be the same, but these two are different aspects. How? We will see. Namasmarana is chanting of the Lord's name, and Mantra Japa is my surrender at the feet of the Lord. Like for example, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna, Shiva Shiva. These are all Namasmarana. In fact, Shastras advise, elders advise, and we also know what? The moment we get up in the morning, take the name of the Lord, it is said. Is it not? You rub your hands, rub your eyes, and when you open, Krishna Krishna, Rama Rama, Shiva Shiva, something we say, and then we are supposed to, okay. That what we do is a different thing. There are some people who do early morning coffee, bed coffee. Namasmarana can be taken at any condition. Wherever you are, however you are, in whichever sthiti you are, in whichever sthana you are, whichever manobhavana you are, whatever you are, however you are, Namasmarana can be taken anywhere. That is why it is called as a most easiest sadhana. Namasmarana. And we discussed this. Namasmaranat anya upayam nahi pashyamo bhavatarane, especially in Kali Yuga. Right? Even before brushing your teeth, you can chant Namasmaranam. That is the glory of Namasmaranam. Whereas mantra japa has certain rules. Unlike Namasmaranam, there is no rules and regulations for that. In mantra japa, one has to take proper bath and settle down calmly at one place and take the name properly for japa. In the Bhagavad Gita, some slokas are also given. Shuchau deshe pratisthapya sthiramasana matmanaha natyuchritam natinicham shailajina kushotaram tatraikagram manakritva yatachittendriya kriya. Like that long list is given in the 6th chapter. For what? To prepare oneself before the japa. And japa is what? Before dhyanam. Before dhyanam, japa is taken. Upasana. Why? To collect our mind which has gone astray. Early morning, the moment I wake up, mind is gone. The first thing I do, even before asking for a bed coffee, I voluntarily send off my mind. Where? To whims and fancies of the world. Think. Therefore, it is a requirement for me to withdraw the mind, and for withdrawing the mind, Namasmarana, and to retain the mind, mantra japa. Thus, these are two forms of chanting. Remember, Namasmarana can be chanted anytime, every time. Mantra japa has its own rules and regulations. Now, what is this Vishnu Sahasranama? One, it is a stuti, it is also taken as upasana, and it is also a shastra which can be meditated upon, which can be contemplated upon, which can be reflected upon. In very many stutis you will find that it is more of a stuti, nature of praise. Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram. You look at the beauty of the Lord. You enjoy the beauty of the Lord. Is it not? Stuti. You praise the Lord. Even in the other religions you have. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Stuti. Why is stuti required? We had discussed. To surrender at the feet this ego. This ego must surrender. For that I should know the supremacy of the Lord. Therefore, I sing the glory of the Lord. Stuti. Upasana we had mentioned. I attempt to bring my mind, apply my mind, and channelize my mind. And it is also a shastra which gives the way how we have to approach. Now see, stuti is bhakti pradhana and shastra is jnana pradhana. While sitting for chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam, that time while chanting, quietly chant. That time don't use your buddhi too much. Our our nature is very interesting. We use the buddhi at unwanted places and we completely escape from using the buddhi where it is actually required. And then we have our own irresponsible, stupid, foolish justification for that. We need to come out of all these things. While sitting and doing paranam in front of the Lord, forget the meaning. Forget everything. Vishwam Vishnurva Shatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu Bhuta Krit Bhuta Bhridbhavo Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavanaha. While chanting, focus on the perfection of every akshara. Chant loudly. Enjoy the chanting. At that time, buddhi is not required. There the archana is not required. Samagrihi is not required. Sit, chant, over. How wonderful. This is stuti. And it is bhakti pradhana. Shastra, there you sit in the, while sitting in the class, Narayana, Narayana, Hari Om, Hari Om, Narayana, Narayana. There, throw all that everything out, ruthlessly. Gurudev used to use this word, Parampuja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji. While analyzing, be ruthless. Ask question. Pariprashnena sevaya, says Bhagavad Gita. Pariprashnena. Ask questions and again until you understand. 1,000 times you may ask. Doesn't matter. Until I get the answer, ask questions. Ruthlessly apply your brain. Is the call. When? During sadhana of studying, learning. Jnana pradhana. Right? Stuti is defined as prashamsa. Prashamsa meaning what? Praise. We are ready to praise everybody around me. For what? For my benefit. Isn't it? I praise my wife knowing what it is. I praise my husband knowing who he is. We praise the children. Children also understand that you are bluffing. That is the best part of it. Is it not? When you praise the children, children also understand, oh, they want something, some work has to be done, that is why they are praising me. Karke. And when the children, when they praise, the parents also understand, this is what I did when I was a child. Think. Praising is a beautiful activity, but the difference in stuti is, I praise not for the sake of asking something, not for the sake of some benefit. I praise for the joy of praising. Think, a small baby, when the baby smiles a lot, the baby has no reason to smile, that's why they are God. We all require reason to smile. They don't require reason to smile. And when the photographer comes, he has to request, please smile for photograph. Temporarily. Think. That joy in the child is expressed unlimited. There is no ego there. Like that, stuti has to be chanted, stuti has to be done with no requirement, no begging, no asking. Just chant the name of the Lord. It is prashamsa of the Lord. Shastra is defined as what? Shishyate anena shastran. Shishyate meaning shastra is that which teaches you so many aspects of the shastra. And what is that it teaches? It teaches how we have to live in this world outside. Very clear. There is only logic in Shastra. Therefore, Vishnu Sahasranama, as we said, is Stuti, Upasana and also a Shastra. And in Vishnu Sahasranama, Namavalihi, Stotram, whatever, we see all the three genders, but we know Vishnu is projected, if we may say so, as a masculine god. We have other feminine gods. We have other neuter gods also. Very rarely we find in the Shastra. which is not generally taken in the normal way of life. We also have animal gods. We have got bird gods. Like that, so many gods are there. Vishnu is projected as a masculine god. But then you will find all the three genders are seen. For example, I will tell you. In the masculine, you will find Vishnuhu, Vashatkaraha, Purushaha, Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuhu. Like that, masculine names are there. And you will also find in Vishnu Sahasranama feminine names. Lakshmi, Nishtha, Sumedha, Medha. Like that, feminine names are also given. And you will also find neutral names. Vishwam, Mangalam, Paramam, Param, Ityadi. So you have male, female and neuter gender. All the three genders are used in the Sahasranama. What does it indicate? It actually indicates the non-differential nature of Bhagavan. Rather, Bhagavan transcends all differences. Differences at the physical level, differences at the emotional, intellectual level, he is beyond all such levels. We will be seeing more about it in our discussion with the names. Not only that, it indicates that Bhagavan is everything and Bhagavan is beyond everything. So it is not that Vishnu, he is only masculine. He cannot understand feminine gender. No. For feminine, this one you have to go to Devi. All are one and the same. Ekam sat vipraha bahudha vadanti, it is said. There is only one truth. But for our mind to connect to the truth, we require an alambana. Therefore, we have personification of so many gods are given to us for what? For connecting. Yena kena prakarena mana Krishna niveshayet is what it is said. Somewhere or the other, surrender to God, whichever form you want to. Here we have taken up Vishnu. But Bhagavan, the true Bhagavan, is beyond all such differences. That is why it is said, he is everything and actually he is beyond everything. And the names now indicates the Paratattva Swabhava of Bhagavan, Avatara Tattva of Bhagavan, and some of them give the guna, qualities as though he is guna rahitaha, but for the mind to accept it requires all this, you see. So gunas, leela, to enjoy, we enjoy Krishna leela, Rama leela, all that we enjoy. Leela, dhama, Vaikuntha indicates dhama, but Vaikuntaha is a name given for what? To whom? To Bhagavan. He is not Vaikuntaha, he is Vaikuntha Nivasi. So Dhama is also indicated. Viryam is indicated. Kathas are indicated. All these are indicated through just one Nama. So beautiful, we will see all that. Now, a very interesting part. Look at the statistics. Though it is said Sahasranama, we have 1034 names found in Sahasranama, what we chant. And 74 are repeated twice. 14 are repeated thrice. 2 are found 4 times. And 31 names are to be considered as adjectives to name. We will see all that. Elaborately we will see. It is only a small piece of information for you to understand. Chanting Vishnu Sahasranama, learning in chanting is a different thing. But when you see these beauties in that whole stotra, the mind will also enjoy the chanting very much. Therefore, a few aspects of information are given to us. Then the question comes, why so many different names and repetitions, so many repetitions? Why is it required? Because same names can have different meanings, can be interpreted differently. Like for example, Krishna. When you just say Krishna, the meaning can meaning in the sense what? The sthana of Krishna is different. As a Bala Krishna, as a Yuva Krishna, as a Acharya Krishna, as a Yodha Krishna. Like that, so many ways are there. While we are talking of Bala Krishna, the whole concept of Krishna's Swabhava is different. While you talk of Yodha Krishna, the whole concept of Swabhava is different. While he is teaching Arjuna the greatest Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita, that Krishna is different. So Krishna is one and the same, but we can have different stature, different sthana from which he, operates. Alright. Different names can have the same meaning. One of the, like for example, Kamalanayana, Padmaksha. Like that, there are different names. All these names actually refer to only one thing: lotus eye. But why so many names? It is a very simple thing to understand. In a house, there is one child. The child has been given a beautiful name, Rama. One name is given. Rama is such a beautiful name belonging to Bhagavan. But then how many of them call him as Rama? More often than not, mother will call with the name. Or one person will call with that name. But there are people who will call him with different names. Chintu, Pintu, like that, so many names we give. What is that? Pet name. 2-3 names are there. I would love to call him with that name. My mother would love to call him with another name. My neighbor may call him with a third name. Each one have their own way of approaching, connecting themselves. So even though there are so many names, meaning is what? They wanted to address to that child. Krishna is also called Kanhaiya. Isn't it? When you say Kanhaiya, the feeling is different. Like your child, Putu, when you call, the feeling is different. Ram, when you call, feeling is different. Ramu, some people call. They don't call the actual name. Why? They add their love towards that. They add their bhavana towards that name. And that love and bhavana increases the bond between the lover and the beloved. Is it not? This bond is indicated actually, though there are different names. Alright. Hence, repetitions and differences are justified by what? By one, its meaning, two, its bhavana. Alright. Now, every name has its own beauty and charm. Like Krishna. Some people say Krishna, some people say Kittu they call. Isn't it Krishna Murthy, for example? Kittu they call. I don't know if you are aware of, there is one great Mahatma in Bangalore, great teacher, great Santa Purusha, according to me, I would call. Highly knowledgeable. He's called as Subbaraya Sharma. Many people attend his classes even today. Very elderly, highly learned person. Alright. Shankaracharya, we would call Shankaracharya with so much of bhakti bhava and reverence and things like that. Some people are, they object on calling them with any other way. This is how it has to, they have to be addressed. Karke. But he, out of his love for Shankaracharya, would call him, our Shankru. He will call Shankaracharya as Shankru. It is not a mistake or a wrong thing. That is the way he enjoys calling Shankaracharya ji. And for him, it is a beauty, it's a joy, it's a charm. Isn't it? You can call anybody like that. So every nama has got its own beauty, its own charm, its own feeling on everybody. Alright. My feeling of calling Krishna may be different from your calling of Krishna. My feeling of calling Kanhaya may be different from what when you call Kanhaya. Feelings vary. Therefore, differences obviously have to be there, Now we go to the first shloka. Appa, Swamiji, finally you are starting. Thank you. We will chant the first shloka now. Om Vishvam Vishnurvashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu Bhuta Krit Bhuta Bhrid Bhavo Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavana. Om Vishvam Vishnurvashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu Bhuta Krit Bhuta Bhrid Bhavo Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavana. Whenever we chant a stotra, a stuti, the best practice would be have a picture of the Bhagavan or an idol like this, and in Kannada they say Kantumba Nododu. Take that form of Bhagavan completely into your heart. When you take the form of Bhagavan completely into your heart, have him fully in your heart and close your eyes and remind yourselves of him. Again and again look at the form, you will find there is so much of joy, there is so much of enthusiasm even while chanting. However, knowing more of him will definitely increase the depth we are seeing. Now we will start understanding the names of Bhagavan. The first and foremost, Vishnu Sahasranama, Bhishma Pitamaha begins with one Om. What is this Om? Om is also called Pranava Mantra. Om Upasana, there are a lot of programs conducted. Om Upasana. And there are so many ways of chanting Om. Like for example, there are people who start, what is Om actually? We'll go a little deeper now. Om, some people chant Aum like that, only to indicate that it is of 3 letters, A, U, Ma. But the correct chanting of Om is Om, not Aum. Alright, according to sadhana, according to as a Upasana method, Om is chanted as Om only. Alright, 1. 2. Even while chanting Om, 3 letters, Akara, Ukara, Makara. Some people elongate A more. Some people and there are third kind of people like that. Varied types of chantings are there. And there are meanings for that, there are explanations for that, there are justifications for that. All those are there. We are not going to go much deeper and about the Omkara and then chanting of Omkara in the different styles and all that we will not go, because our focus is definitely Sahasranama, and Om is the first letter is Om, therefore we will see about it a little. Omkara is also called Pranava Mantra, which indicates the supreme, which indicates the ultimate truth, which indicates Brahman. 3 letters, A, U, Ma. What does these letters indicate? A represents Srishti, U represents Sthiti, and Ma represents Laya. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya is indicated through A, U, Ma. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya sometimes becomes very, very difficult for us to understand. Therefore, we can understand it with ourselves. Janana, Jivana, Marana. These are indicated. Creation, sustenance, dissolution. Meaning, Om is a comprehensive word used to indicate everything. Everything meaning what? Everything is everything that is created, everything that is being sustained, everything that is being dissolved, and even beyond that. In the Shastra it is said, because of which everything begins, because of which everything is sustained, and into which everything goes. In the Taittiriya Upanishad it is said, what is that? I forgot that first word. Like for example, yesterday in the last class I think we said, Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat Annadhyeva Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anne Najatani Jivanti Annam Prayant Abhisam Vishantiti. Anna, but here it is the truth. The truth from which everything begins, because of which everything is sustained, and into which tat srishtva tadevanu pravishat tadanu pravishya satchatyacha bhavat niruktancha niruktancha nilayanancha nilayanancha vijnanancha vijnanancha satyanchandritancha satyam abhavat yadidam kincha. Taittiriya Upanishad very clearly indicates from what everything arises and into which tadeva anupravishati. It goes back into it also. That is Om. So Srishti, Sthiti and Laya is indicated through Om. Omiti Brahma, Omiti Dagam Sarvam. Again, Taittiriya Upanishad, if you may quote, there's a whole description. Omiti Brahma, Omiti Dagam Sarvam, Omityetadανukruti hasmava apyosha vayetyasha vayanti, Omiti Samani Gayanti, Ogum Shomiti Shastram. Like that, Om is described in Taittiriya Upanishad. Then you will also find this Om is beautifully described in Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya Upanishad is considered to be one of the, is placed at a higher pedestal among the other Upanishads. As though, of course, there is no difference actually. All Upanishads are the same. All Upanishads talk about the Supreme Brahman only. And in Mandukya, Om is very, very elaborately discussed. Omityetadaksharamidagam sarvam. Om iti etat aksharam. Aksharam, one syllable. Idagam sarvam. Idagam sarvam, everything is that only. And there are mantras which says Pranavohya param brahma pranavascha parasmritaha apurvo nantaro bahyo napara pranavo vyayaha. Pranavaha avyayaha. It indicates that supreme. How? Apurvaha, anantaraha, abahyaha, anaparaha. These words are to indicate. Why so many words again? Because our mind thinks with a limited way of thinking, you see. To cater to that limited mind, so many words have to be used. Pranavaha, he param, aparam, Brahma, aparam Brahma, pranavaha, pranavascha paraha smritaha. So everything, look at this. Sarvasya pranavaha. Adi, madhyam, antaraha, antaha, tatha evacha. Pranava, Om is Adi, madhyam, antaha. It is everything. Evam hi pranavam jnatva vyashnute tadanantaram. This pranava mantra, Om, one has to know. Therefore he says, pranavam hi Ishwaram vidyat. This pranava mantra, Om, is considered as Ishwaram vidyat. Know that. What should I know? Sarvasya Hridi samsthitam. It is not anywhere outside. It is not far above the clouds, 7th cloud or 9th cloud or 11th cloud. It is somewhere in the heaven, or it is somewhere in the patal. See, very interesting. We say, when we say heaven, we look up. When we say patal, hell, we look down. Where we look down, the other side of the globe looks up. Isn't it? Where we look up, other side might be looking down. So it is only a bhavana. It is as though an indication. It is only to cater to the limited mind, upwards, downwards, etc. Actually, he is everything. Where is he? Hridi samsthitam. Hridaya kuhara madhye kevalam brahma matram ahamiti sakshat atma rupena bhati. Ramana writes, Hridaya kuhara madhye kevalam brahma matram. There is only Brahma. And that is expressed as Omkaram. Sarva vyapinam Omkaram. Matva, having known that Sarva vyapinam, Omkaram is everywhere. Dhiraha na shochati. Intelligent people will no more worry in life. Why? Everything is Brahman alone, and Brahman itself is indicated as Om. Param Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayanji very beautifully would say, many of you might have seen his chart. At the top, Omkara, then one V, then a B, M, I, body, mind and intellect. P, F, T, perceiver, feeler, thinker. O, E, T, objects, emotions, thoughts. A beautiful chart which he uses. And with that, he can explain anything and everything under the sun. Any Shastra, that is enough for him. Chart. In that, Om. So his way of description is very interesting, very, in a very beautiful, witty way he would say. Swamiji, why should I call that as Om? Why not Dome? You may call it by any name, but others will not understand. You will understand. Call it by any name you want. Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Gopala, Khuda, Allah, Jesus, Alpha, Beta, Theta. Any way you call, it is what? Now please note, please be attentive. Om or any name is only a sound symbol which indicates the Supreme. This we will see more tomorrow. Alright. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.